Hello all, this is the Reaper speaking. To clear things up first, I only go by that title to strike even more fear into the hearts of my enemy. You can still use the name you knew me before. Do not believe what the Vanguard has told you about me. Most of the hurting I've done to my fellow Guardians is wrecking them all up and down the Crucible. The weapon itself is a powerful weapon of sorrow, more powerful than the Thorn itself. The biggest mystery is why did she make it? What was the purpose and reason behind this move? I also have a theory. More like an idea about why the weapon is available in the resonance engine on Mars. I'll give you a hint. It's all about memory. The Osteostriga is an improvement, or if I would say, the perfected version of Thorn. This is because it is able to get more tribute from an SMG more than a hand cannon would, which also explains why it's referred to as the 7th revision within the Book of Sorrows. Jana 14 made the Osteo, but from a similar ritual that was used to create Thorn from what was the rose. She may have made it from the remains of Thorn from the one she was researching with, or from remains of any available hive. It appears in the resonance engine on Mars because the patterns it exist, but not the weapon physically. So when we use it, it's pulling the memory of the pattern from its creation. The ornament itself is just a reflective of the lucent brood within Savathun's throne world. So there's really nothing more about that. I do not know where the catalyst came from, but I believe it came from the possible memory of the pattern. This also explains why we can have many perks on this weapon. It's because the resonant engine can only create the physical item from memory, but not any of the perks and catalysts that was associated with it. How the weapon works is that the screaming swarm actually seeps, or maybe even small cuts on the skin, within the skin of the target. It corrupts and literally eats away at the internal organs of the target, most specifically the cardiovascular system and the nervous system, which does explain why some larger enemies flinch or stagger when the poison is applied. When an enemy dies, the corruption explosion happens, and it exits from any orifices of the enemy. An explosion causes a toxic explosion shockwave cloud type effect that enters any orifice or seeps into the skin. With a catalyst, it satisfies the weapon's hunger, so rewards the user with more ammo to keep feeding the weapon. So to create some kind of mutualistic, symbiotic relationship between the weapon and the user. It does cause some form of corruption upon the user, however. It can fully take over the person when they have fully known or truly understand the weapon. This is why you keep hearing that understanding people have been speaking of. I've secretly listened to some of that audio of the people, reflecting on that understanding. And I could tell some of these guardians are becoming fully corrupted by the weapon. Others are just acting like normal hot-head Crucible and Gambit players, just using the weapon as if it's a toy. For the ones becoming fully corrupted, it's almost too late. They'll unfortunately turn on like Jana. They'll be thinking they're hearing voices and believe that the weapon, in a way, is alive, as if it's an actual living organism. I should know, I briefly went through a period of momentary corruption based on this insanity and delusion. I was able to come back to my sanity and to the light due to my ghost. My ghost was able to bring me back. If those other guardians' ghosts can help them in some way, then maybe it's not too late, like it was with me. When I was using the Osteostriga within Gambit, the Drifter, let's just say, had a little scare. He asked me after, wondering if I had joined or was part of the Shadows of Yore. I told him no, but I knew this weapon's mere existence has scared him. It's all because he used to run with him for a while. He was known as Dredgen Hope. But later he left after having a falling out with Callum's soul. I know he's still being hunted by the man with the golden gun, Shin Malfur. And I know he would be after me, just because of the gun's mere existence resembling that of the thorn, which the Shadows of Yore are most well known for. Shin, I know you're after me, but don't think I am not ready for you. Don't think for a second. You and your little band of shadows won't stop me. I think you should be after Jana, She's the mastermind behind the creation of this weapon. I also know that you are Judge Vale, one of the co-founders of the Shadows of Yore. And I know more about you than even what the Vanguard thinks, so watch yourself. Ikora, I know you might be listening in onto this, and I'd like to say personally to you, I am sorry for disobeying your orders, but with the revelation of the witness and the appearance of the darkness, we must be ready. We must have every weapon at our disposal to take him down and to prevent the final shape from ever recurring. If you want a copy of my research and my hidden access code, I'll have them sent to you as personal mail. I will turn myself in to have any questions answered, to face any punishment that you think I deserve. But I will do it on my own terms, so please stop hunting me. For those wondering where I will be, I will either be in the throne world or anywhere in the system, for the matter of fact. You just gotta be on the lookout for me. This is Reaper, signing off.